I'm putting together a class about balancing inner archetypes. And this class is not just centered around mothers, but about it's really about the energy of the archetypes that have been created as forms of control, obedience, and a way to demand compliance. So, in non European traditions and cultures, the spirit, the body, emotions, the land, and ancestral memory are treated as one living system. And in Western theory, intellect is always um, considered over intuition. And we've replaced a lot of like oral spiritual knowledge, things that were not written down, that was passed down, into idealized templates. Um, we've done a lot of like controlling the feminine through these same templates, like just trying to say, things like the divine mother, the virtuous woman, the good mother. And it's all presented as politeness that is rebranded to look like compassion instead of true soul connection. We're immediately taught all types of empathy, which is like the niceties, the social niceties, what you should and should not do, the gestures of inclusion, and the tokenism, always having like this thing of status, something that shows that you belong. But the earth is a being of its own, and it has a nervous system. And we have been so disconnected from the earth and the earth's rhythms, and by suppressing the feminine and the ancestral wisdom, we have betrayed the earth and all that she is. There was a time when the priestess, oracles, sibyls, seers, the women who were deeply connected to spirit were connected to the earth as well. And within that, there was a level of memory that they were able to receive in downloads and codes and transmissions from the earth. But now we walk around with this high level of, I feel like it's ancestral amnesia, where we aren't really tapped into the earth the way that we could be. Along with that, our bodies are literally falling apart with our lack of connection to the earth. There was a time when we had no choice but to walk on the ground. We commune with the trees, the flowers, the plants, the animals. We literally had no other choice because we were a part of the earth. Now the more buildings and structures and asphalt that go down and concrete, we become more disconnected, especially since we have now these rubber soles that keeps us, that on our shoes, that keeps us from fully connecting to the earth itself. But you have to ask yourself, why was it so important for different cultures of Europe, or different people of Europe, to go around to rebrand so many other cultures? And what power did that hold? Separating people from their spiritual practices and their healing practices, from their normal everyday ancestral practices, causes a state of confusion and disillusion, causing you to feel displaced, not really knowing where you stand, always feeling like you don't belong. Yet you are in a place where you're calling home, but don't feel like you're at home.